Hey everyone, how are y'all doing? Hope everybody's doing well and is having a great day. Today is June 16th, 2018, and it is a very special day for me. So back on March 14th of 2017, I actually had to have surgery to have my left eye removed. And on June 16th of 2017 was whenever I got my prosthesis officially put in. So on the year anniversary of that, I decided I would make a video just going back and talking about my experience of the whole process. Now I do have a playlist of videos talking about the entire thing prior to the surgery up until getting to my prosthesis, but this video is going to touch on some things that I didn't talk about during that time, and that playlist is going to be in the description below. But going back to that, first and foremost, I live in Austin, and all of my doctors, with the exception of the doctor that actually made my prosthesis, are in San Antonio. So throughout this prosthesis, I was actually having to stay with my parents in my hometown. So, and because of the nature that I lost my eye due to my eye disease, I was having to see all of my eye specialists prior to the surgery, so to get the all clear. And it was a pretty lengthy process in order to get prepped for the surgery itself, just to make sure that everything was going to be okay. And so emotionally, of course, it took a toll on me, even though I knew it needed to get done because I was in a lot of pain and it was causing a lot of problems. And so fast forward to whenever my specialist said, hey, it's time to go, I'm sending you to the surgeon. And we first meet with him, and I say we because my mom is obviously there with me because I cannot drive a car. And I'm extremely nervous, even though, I knew it was bound to happen one day. And, despite all my nerves, this man has a great sense of humor. He's trying to, not necessarily talk up the procedure, but kind of like trying to ease my anxiety a little bit about, hey, everything's gonna be fine, just trying to, calm me down a little bit. So he's telling me about how different prostheses are made and how the surgery is gonna go and everything. And I'm a little bit of a worrywart. That's just in my nature. And one thing that you do not tell me, and didn't sit very well with me, it was like, yeah, the one thing I can't do is, I don't want to take out the wrong eye. What? So I kind of lost it at that part. But anyway, but I was actually listening to him really go back into the history of how surgeries had been done like in the past, which is actually pretty interesting to listen to. But anyway, him hearing that, that just made my anxiety worse. So in between the period of me getting all the preparations done with all my eye specialists, making sure we were good to go, and the surgery itself, I was having a lot of night terrors, and I would be sleeping full blown with the lights on in my room because I don't want to wake up in darkness. I don't want to wake up in darkness. And for anyone that may not have ever had to have surgery before, anything that involves your right or your left, whenever you go in there, generally the doctors performing the surgery will give you a marker, and it says, hey, write down in some form or fashion what part of your body we're doing this on. So that way you know and we know. And one of the things I did just to process time was practicing backwards, writing down the word yes over my left eye, because I was that paranoid over this whole thing. So we get to the hospital the morning of my surgery, and as soon as I get checked in to the area, blanking what it's called, you know, you'd think I would remember, but I don't. But anyway, I'm like, give me the marker, give me the marker, give me the marker. I was like, calm down, he's gonna do it. I'm like, give me the marker, I know how this process is gonna work. But anyway, so he comes in there, he knows how anxious I am, you know, he knew my history. So he is not only writing down no, yes, and then he writes like a happy face over it, because he's like, this is a good thing, you know, you never had any vision out of it anyway, you've obviously had problems with it for a while. And in all the prep work, you know, getting everything done with all my other doctors, the exams caused a severe bruising and swelling all around my eye. So it looked terrible. It looked like I got in a bar fight. You know, you should see the other girl fighting over a man. That's what I wanted to tell people. But, you know, going back there, you know, they were wheeling me out. You know, my parents were saying bye to me, and I had other family members there too. But I was just like, you know, this is a good thing. I never had any vision out of it anyway. And this is going to get me really emotional too. But another thing that really got to me throughout this whole thing that I didn't even think about and didn't get to ask him until the morning of the surgery. I am a really emotional person. I wear my heart on my sleeve. And I was just like, am I going to be able to cry? Is that going to look normal? And he's like, you know, yeah, it's going to be fine. It's going to be totally fine. And so the surgery's done, and I go home with my parents, and we'd stopped off and gotten some food because I was hungry. And because of all the medication and everything, I had gotten sick. Obviously, I don't need to go into detail. But whenever I got sick, I started crying. And my mom's like, Whitney, you need to calm down. I'm like, no, I can't. And she understood why. And she just hugged me. She was like, see, you can cry. I'm like, yay. So between the surgery recovery and the first appointment with the doctor that actually makes the prosthesis, because that's an entire separate person, I'm sorry, but that's an entire process in and of itself, because it's actually a really interesting process to go through, although I was extremely nervous about that. Because think about, like, if you've ever had to go get like braces made, or like a hearing aid mold or whatever, they have to stick this goop inside your eye socket. And I was like, what? I'm like, can I be sedated for this, please? I'm like, is there something I can do? You know, can I go have a few drinks first? He's like, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine. I'm like, you're not my best friend right now. He's like, see, it's not that bad. But the process of making the eye actually took several weeks and several appointments, just because of all the detail that goes into it. And I may or may not insert a picture of me, not with my eye, like my eye close up, but I may actually have a close-up picture of me holding it, just so you can see how much detail is involved, because it is hand painted. The doctor actually had me sitting across from him for hours hand painting it. It is a really intricate process of how he does it. And as a matter of fact, he actually wasn't happy the first time that he did it and said, there's so much detail with your eye going on, because I also have a chronic condition called nystagmus, which is uncontrollable movement of the eyes. And he's like, I'm not happy with how I did it, I want to redo it. So he corrected it to a point that he was happy with, and that was that. But that's not to say that there hasn't been a learning curve with this entire process, because, you know, unbeknownst to me, yeah, apparently you can get a perfect fit with the prosthesis, and you know, you have to, there is eye care involved in it as far as cleaning, which is just basically taking some specialized wipes and just wiping it down, or you can remove it and clean it with like baby shampoo. But it is possible to turn it whenever you're like rubbing your eyes, which I have a lot of allergies, and so I tend to do that quite often. So I am forever like taking pictures of myself on my phone just to check and see how it looks. And at one point, whenever I went back into the doctor to check up on the eye prosthesis, he asked me, like, hey, how you doing? How you doing with your eye drops and everything? And I said, you know, yeah, everything's going fine. He was like, I'm using a little bit more eye drops than usual. It's just, I don't understand why. And he said, Whitney, you flipped your prosthesis upside down. What? I haven't removed the thing. Well, yeah, you can flip it while you're wearing it and just not know it. You probably did it in your sleep. New hidden talent. I have no idea. Alrighty then. Should I go on a talent show for that? Oh, the learning process with this thing, I have no idea. But I'm forever getting compliments on it, saying that you can't even tell. If only my crush could tell me that I look good, then I'll be in business. He's probably not even watching this video, but whatever. But yeah, it's forever a learning process. You know, I still haven't mastered taking it out and putting it back in. You know, a lot of people can just go psh, psh, psh. I'm like, nope, it still takes me a little bit, but I don't regret the decision. You know, I knew it had to be done just to relieve my pain. And I just thought that I would film a little update on the anniversary of getting the prosthesis and share it with y'all. And like I said, I will have a playlist of this entire journey throughout the past year plus, linked in the description. And hope y'all enjoyed this video, found it informative, whatever the case may be. If y'all are so inclined, feel free to like and comment. Hope y'all have a good day. Keep smiling and stay positive. Bye.